Hey guys, Ken+Perry with the Knowledge Coop. I brought Dave+Savage with me from Mortgage Coach, and what I want to do is just spend some time. We've kind of come off of the QM time and we're still dealing with it, but the date's passed, the stresses, the fear of what's going to happen is starting to play out. We're starting to learn what we do. LO comp, we're starting to see what we're doing. We're starting to be able to kind of get back on our feet. So much has happened, and my concern for a lot of companies is they're overwhelmed with everything that happened and they think we're done, or they think, oh, whew, we passed that. There's still a lot to be taken care of. And the more I write as far as compliance videos, as far as compliance classes, the more I write and the more I research, the more I realize there's something that we're still missing, and that is this piece on how you quote, how the conversation goes with the consumer. I was just reading actually Washington law the other day. Washington law, every single thing you say is, especially if it's in writing or if it's done by email, whatever, is auditable by Washington. Every time you say interest rate, it's got to have APR with it. There's so much that is unmanaged right now. And as we start looking at, okay, what should we be doing in 2014, that pre-GFE conversation, I think is one of the biggest risks that people are taking right now. And it's hard in the industry just to kind of manage it, because it's being done by phone, it's being done by email, it's being done everywhere. Knowing that states and federal government can audit your email, it's time that we actually take care of that. And so you have a couple options. You've got one where you review every single person's email ever, and good luck managing that. Or the other option, wrap it up. Put it in a place that actually it can be audited, and in addition, every time they quote rate, not only can you see it, but it's done in a way that it actually grows the loan officer's business. So that's why I brought Dave in. Kind of a long intro for you,
no,
but I'm scared for the industry right now in managing that piece. So Dave, talk about what you guys are doing and what a mortgage coach usually, like the advantage of compliance-wise, but also sales-wise, what they're getting.
Well, I mean, we built this company for over a decade now on a couple core principles, and that is helping loan officers deliver better advice. That's always been something that we've been passionate about. We feel as though it's the ultimate value proposition, my advice matters. And providing mortgage options, not just rate quotes, you get this payment, this quote, in an informal, unprofessional way, which, let's face it, that is how most home buyers make mortgage decisions, and we just think there's a better way. Give them simple options, help them understand the long-term benefits and risk of different options, so that they make a personally sustainable and an informed decision. So I mean, those are the cornerstones of Mortgage Coach for 15, 16 years now. Well, in compliance, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, when you see what the CFPB is asking, when you read the know before you own documents, you see our future GFE, they want long-term options, they want informed home buyers. Mortgage Coach makes lots of sense, and they want that to be delivered in a formal way. And to your point, most states, everybody wants when rates quoted, APRs quoted, license, So as an industry, we need to formalize this. At Mortgage Coach, we've been doing this in a way that not only is compliant, but it improves sales execution so that you get more referrals and you win more business. So I mean, it's pretty simple. Mortgage options, and delivered in a way that it can be controlled and audited. Because I mean, unless I'm reading something different, when you read what the CFPB wants, is they want to make sure you have a good, responsible policy, and you have a method and a means of auditing and monitoring that policy. So I mean, we could get into the weeds, and there's a lot more to the compliance conversation than this, but it really comes down to that. Consistent, compliant rate quotes that are monitored and managed on the back end. And that's something that we've built our platform to do that. We've got a lot of big banks, a lot of lenders that are not just implementing that, but they're requiring their loan officers to do it. So I mean, it's pretty much that simple.
Yeah, it's funny that we've come so far in the last couple of years, just in our ability to comply and the things that we're doing, and we still have so far to go. And it's fun seeing, and by the way, fun for me, you're about to find out what fun for me is. It's fun seeing technology come to a point where it gives us a better compliant rate quote, gives us a better compliant process. It's fun watching people answer the question of how am I going to be compliant?
Right.
And how am I going to manage this? So thanks for rolling that out. And
well,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I mean, I personally, while they're in the compliance world, and I know there's a lot of stuff on the back end that it is difficult to implement and execute. What we're talking about on the front end, it really comes down to just great customer experience and great customer service. So when you really think of, what does a home buyer want? I know there's a lot of dialogue around low-income people. They just want simple, detailed information. High-income folks, they want options. Everybody wants options in a simple way. So I just think it really comes down to basic customer service, and you can be compliant by just elevating your customer service, improving your sales execution, and improve your compliance all at the same time.
If I can add on that too, if you're using Edge and you're only using it on some of your clients, you just brought up that, what if you're only using it on your high income clients and not your low income clients? Fair lending issues I see all over the place.
Yeah.
It should be for every one of your clients, because you don't want the CFPB saying, why'd you provide so much great information to this person and you left this person, you just chose for them.
Totally.
And so having that consistency across the board, not just as a loan officer using it 100% of the time, but as a company, if I go to a loan officer at the company and they just tell me my rate, and somebody else goes to a loan officer at the company and they give them this experience, you don't want that varying nature of the rate quote, and it should be done by everybody at the company. I mean, it's not scary to just put it into policy and then make sure that it's happening.
Well, and by the way, the reality of what's happening in the industry today is that the engineer rate shopper client is getting a different experience. Loan officers have homegrown Excel spreadsheets. They're taking time to write well-formatted emails for the savvy mortgage shopper. And then the person who just calls them up, they're just rate hacking. They're like, you want this rate or this rate? So this concept of inconsistent experience, and whether it's high end versus low end, it's all over the place. And I think when you look at the emails that are going out, you look at the homemade spreadsheets that your loan officers are using, because you aren't bringing a company solution to bear. You're not doing this in a quality organizational way. It's a bit of a mess, and to your point, Ken, this is the year we've got to solve that, and we're here to help you do it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming. Always appreciate having you on video. You guys have a great day. Hopefully it's helped you think through the way that you sell things and the way that you provide information to the consumer consistently.
Thank you.